SHW46 pre-show.
SHW, this is our wrestling.
Brandon Benefield, Gerard Bonner, and Diana Michelle.
Well, GB,
we're here.
We've made it to another SHW pre-show. I'm B-Double Brandon Benefield. This is GB Gerard Bonner, and this is our final pre-show of 2022.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's our final show, SHW46.
Unreal.
Final show of 2022. We're going to send out the year with a bang.
Yes.
As we tend to do here at SHW. How you feeling, buddy?
Man, I'm excited. You know, a night like this feels very special. I just felt like the 5 heartbeats. Night like this, I wish. Well, and raindrops are falling. So it just kind of worked out that way. But I'm excited. You know, personally, this is a special night for me. 3 years officially with the company.
Happy Wrestleversary.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for welcoming me all this time. And
absolutely.
We got a thing going on here because tonight, history will be made. We are crowning a new SHW champion.
Ooh.
It's happening here tonight, and things just got a lot better, ladies and gentlemen. The best-looking part of V3 is here.
Hey.
Diana Michelle, how are you, ma'am?
What's up, guys? Did I hear we're going to have a new SHW champion tonight?
Somewhere in the metaverse, they will use the hashtag and new.
Yep.
It's going to happen tonight.
I'm going to use it.
That's right. You're going to announce it.
I'm going to use it
Whomever
after the show.
it may be.
Yeah.
And I'm sure before this time is done, we'll give our predictions and thoughts on that match. But there are other matches that are getting ready to happen here tonight for SHW46.
That's right. We've got 6 big matches on the card. And in addition to the 6 big matches, we also found out earlier this week that the returning Buff Bagwell will be here, or at least
Mr. Buff Bagwell.
An iteration of Buff Bagwell, which we've come to know as Mr. Bagwell, and
his brother.
We're gonna get an episode of Mr. Bagwell's Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Which if you saw the video, you saw he mentioned like Jericho's highlight reel or Piper's Pit. Well, this is going to be Mr. Bagwell's Neighborhood, and he's going to have a special guest. That will be Nick Halen, not Van Halen.
No.
It will be Nick Halen. Now, if you recall from Still Here 4, there was a bit of an altercation between Buff Bagwell and Nick Halen.
Yes.
A crutch was involved.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Nick Halen got
You were there. You got a close.
I was right in the middle of it. I was not scared. I was behind Buff. I mean, come on. But Nick got a little cocky and snatchy, so Buff put him in his place.
Snatchy, yeah.
Snatchy.
So
not to be confused with Usi. Got it.
No, definitely not Usi. He was not Usi at all.
Got it.
So, anyways, that's going to be taking place tonight. I don't know where exactly in the show, but that was kind of a last-minute kind of surprise that we found out about earlier this week, so that'll be fun.
History has taught us whenever these interview segments happen, there's something that could pop off. We'll never forget last month's Petty Party, which, you got to go back to IWTV to watch that.
I have watched that 3 times.
It was insane.
Speaking about, we weren't speaking about it yet, but we've been talking about it off air. The GWH Awards are coming up. The nominations are going on right now.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the Petty Party. I'm talking about Promo of the Year. Hello.
Yes. Oh, yes. That was
Joe
my
Black.
nomination.
Joe Black, Murder One.
Yeah.
Whew, my goodness.
Yeah.
Anything Joe Black, really, when it comes to promos, you call him the Promo King.
That's
but
who he is.
He hasn't done a lot of promos this year, but when he did that one.
Well, there's been a lot going on with him and Dishonor.
Mm-hmm.
And Dishonor, talk about feud of the year, Dishonor and Southern Honor. There's one right there.
Which is a good reminder that in this building about, 6 weeks from now or so, will be the first annual Georgia Wrestling History Awards Gala. It's happening here, and you can actually participate and be a part of it. You can attend and watch your favorite wrestlers here in the Georgia area and from around the world and country all converge here to celebrate independent wrestling for 2022. So that's happening January the 20th, 2023 in this building. More information will be available. You can actually get tickets for it right now.
Right now.
I can't believe it's almost 2023.
I can't either.
How'd that happen?
What a year.
Yeah, we've been talking about it on the last few episodes of the podcast, of course, if you watch along or listen along. And, like we mentioned, final show of the year. We're going to send 2022 out with a bang.
Absolutely.
Yes,
and just like we came in with a bang. So, you mentioned the big 5-way match, the 5-way elimination scramble. We're going to crown a new champ, but we also have 5 other big matches. Let's talk about those.
Yes.
One of those big matches will be the 3rd match in the Best of 7 series, the Southeast Best of 7, featuring Owen Knight and Najicism. They are currently tied 1-1. This will be the 3rd match in the series.
That's right.
And both of these guys always put on an amazing show.
They certainly do.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been able to see the first 2, but I know what they were fire.
Yes.
I know they were, so I'm gonna be definitely watching this.
You know what's so special about this is a Best of 7 series that crosses like 6 or 7 promotions.
I know. Isn't that
Very
amazing?
Cool. It's amazing.
That is crazy.
It is incredible. So we are honored to have 2 guys who have certainly defined SHW over 2022. Najicism, who really made some big waves here in 2022. And then, of course, Owen Knight, who spent about half the year as our champion, who many feel still got robbed from that. And part of me wonders if this Southeast Best of 7 wasn't going on, would he be included in that title match tonight? But listen, that match, we're on match number 3. They're tied 1 apiece. It's going to be special. Owen won match 2, so he's coming in with some momentum. But you can imagine Naja is ready to kick things up a notch.
At home.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is kind of Owen's home base, even though Naja's been here the last few months. But ever since he showed up in SHW earlier this year, every time we saw him, we were like, I hope we see him again. I hope we see him again. And luckily, he's pretty much kind of become a regular at this point. So we're very excited for that matchup. Another big match coming up that I didn't even know we were looking forward to until we saw it on the sheet was going to be Murder One and Adrian Hawkins. Now, Adrian Hawkins, a member of the Approved. They've been here before. They've used some dastardly tactics along the way and tag team matches. But these 2 men know each other very, very well.
Yes, they do.
Earlier, you mentioned how Owen Knight kind of missing out on that 5-way elimination match. Another guy I thought kind of missing out on that would be Joe Black. I thought he might be one that we would see in that match. However, he's kind of got this thing going on with Murder One, especially after last month. You mentioned the Petty Party. So Murder One's got this match with Adrian Hawkins. I don't know if Joe Black's in the building. I know he's not in that main event match, or at least he's not supposed to be. But I have not seen him tonight.
We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, honestly, anything can happen. Anybody can. We have seen people come over these rails and attack, whoever they are feuding with. We've seen people just show up out of the blue, come in from the front door, from the back door, under the ring. Who knows? If Joe's here, he's keeping it secret, but I mean, I'm going to keep my eye open because I mean, how can he not show up?
Well, and to that end, Joe actually has multiple reasons to show up here tonight. Murder One being one of them, and you've got to wonder, could this be the right time for Adrian Hawkins to strike? I mean, he's been looking for a moment to really get his foot in and keep his foot in SHW. Murder One is very much distracted with Joe Black. And so just like you're looking over your shoulder for Joe Black, I've got to wonder if Murder One is looking over his shoulder because that promo again last month, they said so many things, and it's very clear that they can hit each other in the most unopportune times and places. So tonight could be very, very interesting for Murder One. I think Adrian Hawkins has an opportunity to do something special here tonight.
Definitely.
That's a great point. And you got to think Murder One, of course, knows Joe Black so well. Probably better than maybe anybody else other than maybe William Huckabee. I mean, those 2 guys and Joe Black are basically brothers coming through the business together. So you would think Murder would be looking over his shoulder, but also you think he would probably know what Joe's thinking and where Joe might pop in and show up and try to who knows what.
Who knows?
But another match we weren't expecting, but I'm glad we're getting, was set up a couple of months ago. We had the DDP Diamond Cup Invitational, right? Now, the co-winners of that were Adam Jacobs and Jordan Kingsley. The guys they beat for that were Shoot Taylor and Nick Halen. Now, last month, Shoot Taylor shows up, goes after Adam Jacobs.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue, and pretty much cost, I don't know, it wasn't guaranteed they were going to win the SHW tag titles, but
Well, shortly after that, the pinfall happened.
It went a long way of preventing them
They
their
were doing
titles.
well in that
They
match
were.
until that happened, and
they
then
were dominating that match.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Shoot Taylor went after Adam Jacobs, took him out, and now we're going to see Jordan Kingsley trying to get a little vengeance for his tag team partner as he takes on Shoot Taylor, and what's going to be perhaps the most high-flying of matches this evening.
Man.
And
Absolutely.
I'm very excited to see both of these guys going one-on-one.
Haven't seen Shoot very much, but I have seen a little of what he can do, and I saw him warming up earlier, and it was like, oh God, let me go ahead and get this information down so that he's going to be one to watch in the future. But yeah, this is going to be a fire match for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
2 things. One, I think one of the reasons Jordan Kingsley wants this match is think about the 2022 he's had.
Yes.
This has easily been one of the best years of his career, and he had the opportunity to end it by becoming a champion. But that was cost at the hands of Shoot Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know Shoot Taylor, I've had a chance to watch this guy most of this year, and he is a star.
Yes, he
Mark
is.
my words. I don't say that about everybody.
Yes.
But he is a star trained.
All right.
How are you guys? Talk about trying to be unshakable.
Yes.
I was like, wait, what's happening here?
Focus, GB.
Focus. Shoot
awesome.
Taylor,
Yeah.
a bright star in this business, trained by Hall of Famer Teddy Long. He has an impeccable resume. Amateur wrestler since the 6th grade.
Wow.
I mean, this guy has been getting it done. And I think he's been really making an intentional move, again, to figure out how do I get my foot in the door of Southern Honor Wrestling. This is a great way to do it tonight.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Taking on Jordan Kingsley, of course, day one. And,
Day one.
yeah, you're absolutely right, GB. What a way to get in here and make a name for yourself. So, that's going to be exciting. Let's move on. The thing is, every single match, I'm like, well, this one's going to be better than the last.
Absolutely.
But maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to tell which match might steal the show because I feel like every match on this card could steal the show.
I think that one is going to catch people off guard because they're not sure of what to expect with Shoot Taylor.
Yes.
Even in that in the Invitational Cup for DDP, there were 12 men in there, 2 rings, lots of people paying attention to a lot of things. All eyes on Shoot tonight. And I think Jordan Kingsley better be very, very careful.
Yes, he can't be cocky.
Because, listen, this could be the wrong way for him to end 2022 at the hands of Shoot Taylor.
Well, matches that might steal the show, this next one. Chip Day versus Sean Legacy. Talk about 2 guys that know each other very, very well. These guys go way back. These guys were just together across the country.
That's right.
Working a program for, was it?
Pro Wrestling
Noah is what it was,
That's right,
and
San
so,
Diego.
in fact, Sean Legacy got picked by Noah. He's going to be heading over to Japan here in a little bit.
Wow.
Certainly is.
With those guys. So these guys were traveling together. They know each other very well. They've been up and down the roads together. And Sean Legacy making his return here to SHW. Of course, he did pop up at the Rumble Jack this year.
He did.
But it's been quite some time, at least well over a year, I think, since he's had a singles match here in
Against
SHW.
Joe, I think, was the last one, right?
So that's been a while.
That's right.
So here he is against Chip Day. Now, Chip, of course, no pun intended, with that chip on his shoulder. It
got bigger.
It got bigger after losing that 30-minute Iron Man match to
I don't know
Kyle
if
Matthews.
He had to pick it back up to put it on his shoulder because Kyle knocked it off.
But,
you know, I don't know. I don't know. His mind frame, what he's thinking. Is he feeling defeated? Does he feel like he has to redeem himself?
Yeah.
Is he still got some beef with Kyle? Is he going to cause issues? I don't know. I'm just. Y'all know I like this bad boy Chip.
Yes,
I do.
you do.
Yes,
I do like the bad boy Chip. Although I saw him earlier and he called me Karen because I cut my hair off. But I was
no.
Wow.
Please, Chip. I like you, but don't call me Karen.
Wow.
So, we're gonna have to do something about that. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I
Either
think it looks sexy and sassy.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Karen, wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Chip
Chip's just trying to live the gimmick.
He's just living a gimmick.
I was gonna say,
Exactly.
it's part of the chip that's on his shoulder right now.
Exactly. He's getting
He's
on
taking
everybody.
taking it out on everybody.
Well, and think about this. It actually might be very dangerous to be Sean Legacy right now. Think about it. He and Kyle, he being Chip and Kyle, friends for a very long time, became tag champions, and we saw what happened with that. Definitely, I think there's a chip on his shoulder, and I think there are a lot of questions. Where does Chip Day go from here?
Right.
The whole reason he split from Kyle Matthews was to go after the SHW championship.
And he
that
didn't get
Iron Man match was his ticket in.
That's right.
And he lost that match in the last 7 seconds.
And he's not in this match.
He's not in the title match tonight. So really, this is, I think, a must-win for Chip Day to figure out where does he go from here.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you got Sean Legacy, who seemingly is on his way to pro wrestling. Noah, do you want to leave with the momentum of a win?
Right.
Obviously you do.
Yes, over Chip Day.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think there's a lot of underlying tension here that's going to be played out before our eyes tonight.
It's going to be good.
Well, we talk about a big return in Sean Legacy. Let's talk about another big return, both physically and literally.
Yeah.
The monster, Cyrus the Destroyer, returning. The last time we saw him was at Still Here 4 when he seemingly took out the Judas, the Priest of Punishment, in that casket match.
Yeah.
Or actually, it wasn't a casket match.
Under the casket.
You're right, and it wasn't even a casket match. It was a last man standing.
That's right.
But he ended up throwing a casket on top of Judas.
Can you imagine
right
having
over here.
a casket thrown on top of you?
Oh. And that was not a lightweight casket.
No, he dumped it. He was laid on the cement floor, and he dumped a casket on top. It wasn't like he shoved it off. He dumped it over on him.
Literally.
I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't be walking.
Well, he is returning, and he is taking on, well, Diana, one of your not-so-favorites. This could be an early Christmas gift to you. For
I will
Cyrus
be
just
forever in his debt.
For Cyrus just to take it all out.
There's a part of me that
Rice Cannon, by the way, is who I'm talking about.
I wonder, Diana, and we're going to find out live right now on camera. Did you strike a deal with Dishonor?
Did not.
Because this sounds like something that you would book this match.
No, I did not strike a deal with Dishonor.
Okay.
This was, I guess Brooklyn is really giving me a gift.
Ah, okay.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe she's buttering me up for something.
I was going to say, maybe it's...
I mean, maybe something's coming.
Might have the turntables.
Right.
But, I mean... yelling at me in the ring, screaming in my face to actually giving me something. Maybe she's feeling generous now that her monster's out of the way. I don't know.
Maybe that means I have something coming nice to me,
Don't
too.
hold your breath.
No, probably not.
Don't hold your breath.
Probably not.
But and I could be completely wrong. Maybe she's got something up her sleeve. I don't know.
She could.
I don't know. But still, Bryce against Cyrus is fun to even look at on paper.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives me chills, but my heart's beating so fast.
Well, I know Bryce is here because I saw the hair from across the way.
It was like
I didn't see him. I just saw
he was walking behind the petition, and it was like a shark. It was like Bless it. I forgot my rings, by the way.
Gosh, that's funny.
Did y'all ever watch The Office?
Yes.
There was a thing, the toy, the unicorn, the princess unicorn that pierces the sky or something, and there was a whole... Anyways, that's what it makes me think
a
of.
hole in the ozone.
People that are watching that know The Office, they'll know what I'm talking about. They'll be correcting me later.
Those who know Bryce Cannon.
But to that point, just because it looks like it is an absolute one-sided situation on paper,
my point,
makes you wonder just how resourceful, or will Bryce Cannon be resourceful, or does he really think, I mean, like, we know Bryce Cannon well enough to know he thinks he's big and bad enough
to
go in. He reminds me of Crash Holly, who thought he was a super heavyweight, right? Like, I think this is what we're dealing with here. And just think about the headlines tomorrow. If you have to announce Bryce Cannon defeats Cyrus.
I'm going to have laryngitis all of a sudden.
Oh, my mic doesn't work. Sorry, guys.
My mic
Cat
sounds
caught
nice.
my tongue. I don't know. What? I missed that. What did you say? I can't hear you.
Oh, boy.
What, Ref?
Could you imagine?
It could happen.
I mean, stranger things have happened in the world of wrestling.
We know Bryce does not travel alone, even though he does have single matches here every once in a while, God forbid. But he does not travel alone. So,
you can't forget about exotic youth.
I know,
you're right.
and I've seen them do some dirty tactics, but this is Cyrus.
This is
Cyrus. He's like, he could take on the whole freaking roster
he could.
by himself. I mean, he is a one-man gang.
He
right?
is. No pun intended.
No pun intended. But we shall see.
Yeah, we talked about how Sean Legacy will be heading to Japan. I mean, Cyrus has been running roughshod through Japan.
Main eventing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
So, I mean... It's so crazy. He keeps. I've seen him on social media posting the side-by-sides of him and Big Van Vader from back in the day.
It looks like his son.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is like, whoa.
Yeah.
If he had the mask on, it would be like, holy crap.
Right.
Yeah. So making waves over there, making waves all over the country here, and of course now he's back. Going to be in a SHW ring, and we're excited to see him back. But I do not envy Bryce Cannon one bit.
You know what? I don't think he's going to have the energy to pitch his fit.
No, he won't.
I don't think he's going to have it in him. I think he's going to be lying still.
We might need to make sure the medics are here for him.
Just to carry him out or roll him out to the floor. Who cares?
Well, there you go. All right. Well, that brings us to the big old main event. We talked about it at the top of the show. The big 5-way elimination scramble match.
Yeah.
We are going to see. Well, first, let's just kind of tee this up.
Yes. Let's start from the beginning.
Whether you like the guy or not, and of course he was, I guess, the de facto leader of Dishonor, unless we're counting Brooklyn as the leader. I'm not sure, but Cruel is who we're talking about. Yeah. The SHW champion, unfortunately, injured his shoulder in a match several weeks ago, which required surgery. And in doing so, he had to relinquish the title to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Brooklyn had to get on the call with Gary Lamb and Todd Sexton, one of our backstage officials.
Yeah.
And came up with the idea to have a 5-way elimination scramble match. Then the decision became which 5 roster members do we put in this match? Well, Gary, always been a Gunnar Miller supporter since Gunnar Miller started here.
Of course.
Kyle Matthews, and of course Todd Sexton fully supported this. Kyle Matthews won the #1 contendership last month.
Sure did.
In the 30-minute Ironman against Chip Day.
Right.
So he rightly had a spot, or should have had a spot, which he does. And then, of course, Brooklyn thought, well, let's keep the let's sway the favor here in Dishonor's favor. And so she put 3 members of Dishonor in this match, that being Carly Bravo, and then Happy Madness, Sunny Day, Sal Renaro. So those 5 members are going to be in this matchup.
Yeah.
And so 2 of them are your tag team champions.
Correct.
Exactly.
Happy
That's
Madness.
weird. Why is that weird?
And so one of those 2 could possibly be a double champ by the time we leave here tonight.
It could happen.
So it's going to be very, very interesting. Selfishly, SHW through and through. I'm hoping for either Gunnar Miller or Kyle Matthews. Also, we had Kyle Matthews on just recently on the podcast, and how cool will it be? Tonight is his 20th wrestling anniversary, and he has yet to ever win a big one. And so how fitting would it be? And he mentioned his daughter was going to be watching him live for the first time ever.
That's right.
Watch him wrestle live. So how cool would that be for him to walk away with SHW belt?
Man, I have so many crazy feelings. This one makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I just see it. It's not one-sided at all. I think this is just something just to have an odds for Dishonor to have 3 members, and especially for Sal and Sonny to be there with the championship belts. And Carly, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Carly Bravo. But I don't know if we're going to give you this birthday present tonight, because Southern Honor has to take over. We have to get this back. So Gunnar, Kyle, maybe to come down to one or the other. I don't know, but either way, I'm a happy girl.
Yeah.
If they get it.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I mean, let's think about this. I think this actually could have worked out. I mean, it's a bad look right now for Dishonor.
Yeah.
And here's why. They really had
desperate.
Everything on lock, and they've had it on lock since May. Really, the War Chamber at our anniversary show was an opportunity to swing the balance of power in the favor of SHW. It didn't happen.
That's right.
I think they figured ending this year, Cruel versus Kyle Matthews, in their mind, they kind of had their own figure on this. This becomes incredibly dangerous for Dishonor. Equally dangerous for Kyle Matthews. And equally dangerous for Gunnar Miller. This is not a safe match for anybody at this point. And when you consider the fact that we're dealing with elimination, so it's not the first fall. It's the last fall.
You have to survive everybody.
Exactly. So now we're dealing with a test of endurance. And this really makes it difficult for Kyle and Gunnar, because you got to imagine all of Dishonor's going to be on the same page to get rid of those 2. Now, to me, I'm saying if it comes down to the last 3 being all of Dishonor, then what do we do?
Have a heyday, because I'm going to watch somebody get beat down.
Well, the question is, will they actually
fight?
Like,
You just wonder if Brooklyn's going to direct traffic and go, okay. Like happy birthday, Carly, perhaps?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Or give something to Sonny. Or how about Sal Renaro as the dark horse here?
I mean,
nobody is considering Sal Renaro.
No, it definitely can happen.
Who's equally a veteran in all this.
Yes. Kyle talked about knowing him since day one.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there are a lot of ways this can go. It is literally unpredictable. But I'll say this. Whatever happens tonight changes the course of SHW going into 2023. Without question. Either Dishonor continues to take things into the new year. Kyle Matthews perhaps gets his 20th year anniversary present. Or perhaps Gunnar Miller, 3 years after he made his comeback into pro wrestling,
what he came back for.
Finally wins the big one. The only way to find out is to be here tonight at the Action Building in about 30 minutes when it's getting ready to go down.
That's right. The crowd is still flooding in here. I see a lot of Santa hats and Christmas attire.
On brand.
My Lord.
Yes.
Did y'all check out B-Dub?
Very velvety. I don't know if I can get my foot all the way up here.
Yeah,
I got
velvet shoes on.
The shoes.
You're going to catch fire if you walk too fast.
Oh, I think I pulled a muscle. I can't do that.
DDPY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, velvet, all velvet everything.
Hey, listen, if you guys are on Tinder and you need a date for your Christmas party.
Oh, what? We're having audio issues. Hang on. We're having audio issues here. GB, your mic's cutting out.
I'm trying to help you, man.
GB, your mic's cutting out.
I'm saying.
You know, I just want to go back real quick to, we were talking about the main event because we have a few more minutes left before we wrap things up. And I did kind of maybe tread a little where I maybe shouldn't have earlier on social media because you know what? I wished Carly Bravo a happy birthday. And here's the thing. I even said there, yeah, maybe he's playing for the bad guys, and he has been for months now, most of the year, as a matter of fact. But here's the thing. You and I, we've known him since day one. We saw his very first match. I talked to him backstage a little earlier. He said tonight is his 100th match.
It is.
On his birthday.
It is.
And we reminisced about how you and I were there for the very first one. And we said since then, you were talking about Shoot Taylor earlier, how you could just see somebody and go, there's a star in the making right there. We said that at that very first match.
We absolutely did.
And here we are, 2 years later, a little over 2 years later, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
And match 100. Here he is in the main event, has an opportunity for the title. It's his birthday. I do wish him a happy birthday. I got to be careful.
You can't fault him for taking a dark path.
But you know what? He's got to do whatever works for him.
Let me say this. A lot of people right now, since we have a couple of minutes, a lot of people are going down the road of being upset with Deion Sanders for making decisions about his career. Everybody's not going to always like the path that you take to get to where it is that you're trying to go. But the object is to get there.
Right. It's not to make people happy.
It's not to make people happy. And so the one person we haven't talked about this entire time is Carly Bravo.
Yeah.
You mentioned it's his 100th match. It is his birthday. You talk about all the things that could be lining up here. One thing that we've yet to talk about is the month of December for the Southern Honor Championship is extremely tumultuous. Our first day on the job, December 2019, the title changes hands.
Right.
December 2020, the title changes hands.
Very similar
to what's happening here tonight.
Yeah.
It was given up because of injury, and a new era was crowned in 2020. We saw the debut and the dawning, dare I say, of David Ali in a similar scramble situation. So tonight could mark. We've been hearing all year about CBS, the Carly Bravo show. Could tonight be the world premiere of the new season of the Carly Bravo show?
I mean, that would be
It could happen here tonight.
Yeah. There's one way to find out live if you want, and that's to join us. If you're
People
anywhere,
are filing in, the music's popping, the food, I smell it.
If you're anywhere near Canton, Georgia, and you're sitting at home and you're wondering, I don't have anything to do tonight. Well, you got
it's rainy, it's nasty, but it's not that bad. Come
33 minutes before bell time.
Let's go.
Tickets available at the door. Of course, kids 10 and under are free as always.
Yes.
And man, it's always good to see
tonight,
a lot of familiar faces here. It's we say it every month, a big family reunion every month.
Yeah.
And we're excited, man. It's our
excited.
final show of 2022. It's crazy.
It's crazy
that the new year's right around the corner.
And with all of the twists and turns we've had in SHW this year, no telling how the year is going to end. We've ended every show with our mouth wide open.
Right.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight.
Sometimes out of anger, sometimes out of disbelief.
Yes.
Just pure shock.
But either way, it's going to be good because it is the formation of V3's
It is.
anniversary.
It's our 3-year anniversary.
It's our 3-year anniversary as a group. And my God.
Special night.
Special night.
Maybe that's why I'm just
I feel a certain way.
Yeah, I
just feel it in the air.
Shaky and
I thought it was because of all this velvet, and I was just feeling like muggy or something.
Your blood pressure's up or something.
That might contribute a little to it.
I'm not sure what it was I was feeling, but maybe you guys
might need to step outside.
It's special. It's a special night.
It is so special.
Yeah.
Well, come join us.
Yes.
Please come join us. We're about 30 minutes away. We're going to wrap this thing up here.
Yeah.
But any final words to the people before we go?
If you ain't here, where you at? I mean, that's all I got.
There you go.
Yeah, there's no better place to be than here in the Action Building. Make your way here. And if for some reason you can't and you really want to feel connected to us, go pull up IWTV and watch one of our previous shows. It'll make you feel like you're with us until this actually hits there. Either way, find a way here, though.
Yes, Lord.
Because I promise you the internet's going to blow up on whatever's going to happen here tonight.
All right. I see a lot of DDP diving cutter
What's
signs
going
going
on over there? Did he come in?
We gotta go. We gotta go find out what's going on over there. But hey,
something's happening.
Happy holidays to everybody watching at home.
Absolutely.
We wish you were here. If you want to show up, you still have 30 minutes.
You do.
But hey, you know what? Until we see you next time, this has been
SHW.
This is our wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Attention wrestling fans, join us Friday, December 9th for SHW46 live from the Action Building in Canton, Georgia. A new Southern Honor champion will be crowned in a 5-way elimination scramble featuring Kyle Matthews, Gunnar Miller, Carly Bravo, Sal Renaro, and Sunny Days. The Southeast Best of 7 series continues as the working team captain Owen Knight takes on Nasha-sism. Also in action, Chip Day, Jordan Kingsley, Murder One, and more. Plus, the return of Cyrus the Destroyer and Sean Legacy. Don't miss our final show of the year as we send out 2022 with a bang. Tickets go on sale at the door the night of the show at 5 p.m. Doors open at 7, bell time at 8. Witness Southern Honor Wrestling live, an experience like no other.